Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's installment of The Outlanders here on Roll With It. We hope you all had a happy and safe 4th of July. If you're non US, I hope you had a good, just random day in July. But uh,
And you're
otherwise,
from the UK. I hope you had a great day.
yeah, happy Rebellion Day. Um, So, we'll go ahead and hop into this week's episode with a quick recaps. Last time we got together with the Outlanders, they were continuing their journey west and then south towards the King's Forest in Cormire, seeking to find the Draconic Chamber from the Cult of the Dragon in search of Skirod or the Flame of Asgaroth. After stopping in Evening Star and talking with Lady Tesseril, they obtained a more specific location, or a better map of the location, and continued south towards the town of Diedluck. Along the way, um, well, continue south to Diedluck, stop there for the evening, and that evening, right before everybody was heading to bed, Kelnoran stopped the group and advised them that once they had dealt with Skirod and his followers and completed Rith's particular personal quest that they're on, that he was going to retire from adventuring and end up starting his own druid grove near the city of Arabelle. So he would stay close to the group and be available to assist and help out. But he felt that the adventuring life was no longer his calling and that he could do more good by establishing his own grove. And he already had a potential initiate in the form of Shelby, who had been looking for an opportunity to do some good of her own and believed that the path of the druid was the appropriate one for her as well. So we come to the following morning. The group has assembled at this point, and you guys are ready to continue journey southwest towards the town of Weymouth in search of this Cult of the Dragon transformation chamber. So we will pick up there. Anything you guys are doing here in the morning as you guys gather?
Uh, it's like only a half a day to Weymouth, right?
Correct.
And it's a full day, like nightfall, if we try to shoot all the way to the our destination.
It is about a day's journey south from Weymouth, yes.
Okay, I will pass out healing.
I just picked a couple up, so I'm good.
I will on one of the tables. I'll lay out 7 regulars and 4 greater healing potions, and be like, divide them up as evenly as possible, and I'll grab one of the regular ones back.
Okay.
I'll take
So
a
there's
regular.
Chris will grab one of the greeters and a regular.
Okay.
And say thank you.
Nobody else? I'll take one of each.
Okay. That leaves 2 graders and 4 regulars.
Okay.
Aside from the one that Kilnoran already grabbed back, but
Right. I'll adjust to me having 5 and 2.
okay.
I'm gonna go over to the counter, to the bar.
All right.
Excuse me, sir. Can I buy a bottle?
Bottle of what? What are you looking for?
Whatever's the strongest.
Strongest. Oh, Well, yeah, I got some fire whiskey here if you'd like that.
That's my favorite.
Excellent. It'll cost you 5 gold pieces for the bottle. So.
Okay. Give them
Be careful.
5 gold.
It'll put you on your ass if you're not ready for it.
I got a couple bottles at home. I just forgot them.
Oh. All right. Well, enjoy.
Do we want to do the nighttime assault thing, or are we going to wait till tomorrow morning after we've gotten to Weymouth?
Would it, as some can't see in dark, it may be better to find them in the daytime?
Well, I haven't prepared it for a while, but I can grant dark vision, though I don't honestly see the big deal about it. And I can always be a spider, and that would let me sense my way through the dark fairly easily.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
I think
I would say I don't know the forest over here very well. I don't know what kind of dangers we're looking at, but night is usually a little more treacherous, I would say,
that's
when traveling.
very true. A lot of nocturnal predators, big cat, bears, that type of thing. But I can assist with deterrence and navigation, so I can get us there with little difficulty. I think approaching at night will benefit us more than daytime, though. Will be easily spotted.
I agree. It's one day to the spot on
But,
foot.
It'll be a full day to get there from here.
On foot
Uh, yeah,
or with the horses.
horses to Weymouth, on foot from there.
Okay. So store horses in Weymouth.
Yep.
Leave now, so and talk as we go.
Sure.
Food is already at the table. Rith had ordered. After his practical joke.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I'll just
I was also thinking Panthers don't have night vision, so we're
They
fine.
do not.
neither do the house cat stats.
I
It's
know.
it's weird.
It's yeah.
Kerr just kind of barely picks at the food.
All right. Well, when everyone seems to have finished, Rith will stand up and head out to the horse.
I'll follow
Or-
Rith. It seems a little awkward in there, Rith. I assume no one knew this was coming.
I'll switch it to Draconic.
Yeah,
No,
that's right.
they it was a surprise. Those two have been together a while, so I imagine Rowan will take it difficult at first, at least.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm glad he's accompanying us now. I haven't really got to know him very well.
Yeah, he is a strong companion when he is unafflicted by vices.
And he's gonna lead a druid order?
Well, I think the events of our last travel out may have sobered him up completely. Maybe that would be my hopes and wish for him.
I mean, I may have a very obscure understanding of druid orders, but I thought they were like based on discipline.
I have no clue about what druids do. He's the only one I've
I
seen.
don't know a ton either, but I thought they
He
were.
changes into creatures and heals things. And runs around with a club on fire.
Seems like a fighting force. Well, I'll have to see what he can do in person. Are we trying to ambush at night, or
Yes.
what is the plan going
I think
forward?
we are trying to sneak in as much as we can.
Okay. Okay, I have a few things that might be able to help with that. Okay, well, I will help you get the horses ready, get everything squared away, and then we can head out unless someone's got something else.
Okay. Nope. So we gather the horses up and bring them back if everyone's still there.
All right. Anybody else doing anything?
Nah, no.
Okay.
Sitting there awkwardly.
That's what it feels like.
They're still sitting in by the time we get back. I'll put my head in. Let's move!
All right. So you guys gather your equipment, your packs, all head out the door towards where the horses are waiting, and mount up right out of the town of Diedluck and begin your approximately 4-hour journey south towards the town of Weymouth. Go ahead and just activate that so it's just up on the screen.
Do not own any tokens.
Oh, yes, that's correct. You guys need tokens.
It helps.
I mean, I suppose.
Yay.
I have seen the Weymouth.
Bam. There we go. Now everybody's got one.
Every time you placed one, it kept moving the thing. I was trying to center it up here, and it just keeps moving.
I live to make it difficult for you. Yeah.
That's our job as DM.
Yep. Gonna make you earn that production paycheck.
Oh, man.
So, you guys continue your way south into Weymouth. Is there anything you guys wish to do while you are in Weymouth?
I've never been here. What is this town known for, guys?
Getting
Lord.
lost in.
Lord Kivin.
Getting lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rowan and with getting lost.
Ah,
That's
so
not what it's called.
lost.
It's called R&R time.
lost in
That wasn't this one.
drink, lost
It
in
wasn't this
women, lost
Mm-mm.
in
Oh,
lost in
Is this
thought.
where the cobbler was?
The cobbler?
Yeah.
No, that you're talking about the guy where you stole all of his left shoes or something.
No.
That was
was,
a mission up like further north.
Yep.
Ah.
Should stop and say
This is
hi
this
to
is
Lord
where
Kivin on our way back.
yeah, this is where it all began.
Yep. This is the very first town. So, I mean, the people that you guys know in here are Lord Kivin, of course. One of the ones that helped you guys or was instrumental in you establishing your adventurer's charter, since it was his recommendation that allowed you to keep doing missions and eventually form the charter. You also have Marker's Fine Goods, where Lilith had stopped by. You have the Blushing Mermaid, where Mamnam's inn and tavern, where you guys stayed or met up for the first time. There was also the Silver Wink, where you guys went to dinner with Kivin.
As we were walking, Rith will have struck up a conversation on whether or not. Well, I'll just go. As we're traveling before we hit here, should we tell Lord Kivin that there's danger south of him, or are we wanting to just stable horses and go south right away?
I mean, I don't know how well he patrols the area.
You should.
The
Probably
lady
know.
did say to not say the location to
yeah.
others.
Well, didn't she say that she was going to be bringing in reinforcements at some
That
point?
she
to the area?
trusts.
Do we not trust the people of this town?
We
I don't know
trust.
them. I'm just.
We know few people, but whether the lady trusts them or not is a different story.
We don't have to tell them where we're going. Just that we're looking for a location and that we suspect if we fail, the city could be in danger.
Fair enough. So, stable horses, or have someone stable horses while others talk to him quickly. So we
I-
move quick.
I can stable the horses for us.
Sounds good. That's all that Rith had for his conversation. He'll just go back to idle chatter or silence, whatever fits the group's mood.
Right now, silence.
Okay. So, you guys make your way into town. Those of you that are going to look for Kivin, or I guess stabling the horses, where since you guys didn't have horses here the previous time, how would you like going about doing that?
I'll ask somebody. See if I can't find a guard or someone that looks like a merchant. They could be able to guide me.
Okay. So
I will give my horse to Kalnoran and move to the manor.
Okay. So as you guys walk in to the town of Weymouth, you remember that even for a small town, which the residents here probably number 1,000, maybe, including the outlying farmlands, it is still a very bustling hub for a lot of people who come passing through the King's Forest, individuals who are looking for an adventure. There are a lot of merchants that pass through this area too, because it's kind of like the I-35, I-80 hub in the middle of the United States. You know, it's in the middle of Cormire, in the King's Forest, and a lot of things flow through here. So whereas like Arabelle, when you're in there, the majority of the population is mostly human. When you are here, the population is people that you see are a vast menagerie of the races. You guys actually even see things like minotaurs, half orcs, goblins, all that are just part of caravans, either working as guards, as slaves, as servants, adventurers. You know, there are dragonborn, tiefling, elves, dwarves, halfling, gnome. Basically, the whole entire gambit of races that you could potentially see. You do see as you're reaching the center nexus of this town. At the northern part of the central part is the manor where any of the basically the lords of that run Weymouth or this particular section of the King's Forest are. So Rith, if you're making your way that way, you can head there. As far as finding merchants or guards, there are Kelnorn, with your passive perception, you have no problem spotting someone who is wearing the Cormire symbol on their clothing or on one of their vests that they're wearing over their armor. So it shouldn't be too hard to locate a guard, basically. So
Okay, I'll ride up to him.
you'll see. Good day, traveler.
Hi. I was wondering if you could direct me to a stable. I need
Sure.
to put up while I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, there's a few of them. If you are you well, I guess are you just staying here in town, or are you?
Well, we'll be out this evening, not really being here in town, but we will be here tomorrow. So we need them kept safe.
Okay. Which direction from town are you leaving?
We'll be heading south.
Okay. Well, in that case, he kind of points to the southern edge of this central marketplace area. Says, if you follow that road there, you see that green building there with the red shutters. Continue down that road, and you will see a stable right before you leave the central marketplace here. It's kind of on the southern edge of town. Reasonable rates. So.
Thank you. I'll head there right away.
Of course. Safe travels.
Yes. Thank you. And I'll head down that way.
Okay. Rith, you're heading towards the central manor area? Yep. Okay.
I am going with Rith.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull Kovac aside.
Okay. All right. So, Rith and Lilith, you guys are heading towards Damien.
Yeah,
Where
I'm
would
going
you?
with
Rith. Okay.
Oh yeah, especially if he's going to see the nobles. I'm definitely going there.
Okay. So we'll take care of them first, and then Rowan, we'll come back to you and Kovac. All right. So you head towards the manor. There are guards that are stationed here at the entrance as you approach, and they say, "Good day, travelers. How may we be of assistance?"
We are here to see Lord Kiven.
Okay. And do you have business with his lordship?
We do.
He pulls up a parchment. Okay. And your name?
I am Lady Lilith.
Okay. One moment. He just kind of scans the parchment real quick. About 30 seconds later, I do not see your name on the list of dignitaries that we are expecting today.
We would not be on a list. We just came into town and we were calling upon him to let him know we were here. We're acquaintances from the last time we were in town.
So you don't have business with him. This is a spontaneous visit. Well, if you're not on the list, you don't have business. Is what you didn't send notice ahead to schedule an appointment, so this is a spontaneous visit.
That is correct. That would be close.
Okay. And you said your name is Lady Lilith, and the
Yes.
pair of you?
Rip.
I'm Damien.
Lady Lilith, Damien, Rith. Very well. If you wish to wait here, we will send word inside and see if he has an opportunity to see you. He does have a fairly full schedule today, but one moment. And one of the guards will kind of go back, talk to someone. You see someone run off towards the manors that are on the inside, and they just stand there. Kind of like the British guards outside of Birmingham Palace. Just
How desperate are we to talk to these people? They seem uninterested in meeting with us. I mean, I can make
It's a
the meeting
courtesy.
happen if you want me to, but they may not like me afterwards.
That's not a good idea.
Okay, I didn't think so. It wasn't getting that vibe.
If he is not available, that is fine.
Yeah, we can just go about our business. It's just a courtesy that we would come and speak with him anyway.
Okay. Did you just want me to send him a message?
No.
Okay.
No.
all right. So about 5 minutes passes. You guys are just kind of standing there. The world flows on around you, and eventually, runner comes back and speaks with one of the guards, and very well. Lord Kivin has indicated he has about 5 or 10 minutes that he would be willing to spare in between some meetings. So if you would like to go inside and wait in the commons area, they will come and get you when he is ready.
Thank you.
If you will follow these pair of guards, they will escort you in. And
Sure.
please, while you're on the grounds, keep your weapons sheathed or on your back. I'll point to you, Rith.
He nods.
Have a pleasant visit.
Strides right on in.
They will step to the side and allow you to pass. A pair of guards comes alongside of you and escort you in. And they escort you into this commons or greeting area, where there are some very nice. There's some nice chairs, sofas, that you can sit on and wait while you are called upon to visit Lord Kivin. Takes probably
Rith
about
will simply stand.
okay. About 10 minutes later.
Not too bad for a podunk town out in the middle of the woods. A little bit of decorum.
It is a very nice manor area. I mean, actually, most of the buildings that you've seen as you're walking through, very well maintained, a rustic feel, but all of the signs are painted very vividly. The lettering is vibrant and easily well read. The roads in this area are well maintained. It's a lot of traffic, but it seems that the town probably brings in a fair amount of gold from everybody that just passes through. So it's surrounded by woods, but it seems to be doing very, very well for itself.
This is actually where I met Rith.
Oh, really? And how?
That's been months ago.
Oh.
3 whole
But-
months.
Were you working
Yeah.
on your trades here? I'm confused. You fell in together as part of a contract?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Contract with the Lord and Lady?
Lord Kivin.
Ah, okay. So you've worked for them before?
Yes.
Ah,
I switched to Draconic. We traveled into the Great Forest and shut down a portal that was weird. things were coming out of it. It was beyond what I understood. I just know we shut it down.
Okay. Sounds fantastic. I'm glad that we have a starting point for our conversation with the Lord and Lady here. I was, yeah, didn't
Yes,
want to use
we left on good
magical
terms with them,
influence
and so that is why we are here to provide a courtesy of information, at least.
Okay.
All right. So
I don't know what he said, but we went into the forest and we there was
he was just following up and telling me in Draconic that basically you guys have done a job and closed a portal for them before, and
Yep, that's pretty much
basically we have an in for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he paid well.
Oh, even better. What are their names? Do you know?
Lord Kevin?
Lord Kevin, and does he have a wife or?
We didn't get that familiar.
Okay.
Kivan is the spelling of the name there, Damien.
Oh, that's surprisingly familiar to Kevin. Different campaign.
not Keith.
Keith, that was it.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Keith.
He likes his K names.
I do. Actually, it was a character in Baldur's Gate 1 too.
Our Kevin liked his characters with our name.
That's true.
All right, so I guess we just wait until.
Yep.
So you guys have your conversation. By the time you finish up, a few minutes later, a retainer comes down to gather you and walks you up towards where Lord Kiven's office is. You come inside, and it is. I mean, Damien, you've seen nobles' rooms before. You've seen well-paid merchants' rooms before, more than likely, or at least heard word of them. This man's room does not emulate any of that. From what you can see in here, his room does, his study, and you guys are seeing it now for the first time as well, but you know who he is, does not emulate a feeling of wealth. But a lot of it is kind of functionality, and there are various things on the wall that look to either be mementos from personal experience. Like, he does have a sword and shield that is mounted, but it isn't. It's polished. It looks nice, but you can see dings in it. You can see that the blade looks like it has seen use. The shield looks like it has seen damage, but it is well maintained. There's a suit of armor that is off on the side. Again, well maintained, but it looks like it's seen use. It's seen repair. There are maps on the walls of the region that all have like little pins and stuff in them, with notes that might be attached to it. They're kind of folded up so you can't see what's there. His desk has various pieces of paperwork on there, but it is all very well organized. Nothing really seems out of place in this area.
I'm getting a rich cowboy vibe. Is that what we're going for here?
More of a soldier vibe from what you get from this. I mean, everything in here serves a purpose, and it is easily accessible. But yeah, I mean, he does feels much more down to earth than people that you've seen in the past.
Okay.
And the pair of you walk in, and Kevin gets up and immediately walks over towards you, Rith, grabs you by the forearm, shakes your hand, and Lilith gives you a slight nod. It is good to see the pair of you again. I was not expecting you to come back through, but I have heard some tales of the Outlanders and their exploits over the past couple months. So I'm glad to see you're still doing good for the people of Cormire.
We are, and thank you for your reception of us today. I know you're a busy man. We
walks
just
over towards
wanted
you,
to.
Damien, as Lilith's talking. He says, "One moment." He says, "Sorry, we haven't been introduced. My name is
My
Kevin.
lord. My
Don't
name's Damien.
don't with my lower stuff. It's a it's
Well,
simply
you've
a
earned
title.
the title, haven't you? Aren't you in charge of the city?
I'm not the only one, but I did earn it through loyalty and service to
Then
the
you
people.
deserve the title even that much more, sir.
I understand. Thank you for the appreciation there, but I'm no better than the people that are entrusted to me. So, we need not stand on ceremony, though. It was good to meet you, Damien. Any
Yes.
friend of these two fine companions here is welcome in my town.
Perfect. I appreciate the warm hospitality and welcome.
Of course.
We come bearing some words of warning. We are about to head south to take on a encampment. I don't. It would be on the edge of your area. I don't know how far south your patrols go, but it's about a day's ride.
Oh.
I don't have. We don't have all the details, but there is apparently a runes down there that someone might be using, an old draconic runes. And we'll be heading down there. I believe we're leaving our horses and proceeding on foot as quietly and as silently as we possibly can.
Well, the forest can get rather thick in that area, so by foot is generally the best or easiest means of travel. He'll look towards the two of you. Official business or job?
Both.
Oh, well.
Well, more business.
A little personal.
Personal.
Oh, well, I appreciate
Have you
the heads up.
heard of a group referring to themselves as the Flame or the Flame of Asgroth?
Not necessarily. Let's see what he knows here. I'm not familiar with that. What are they? Who are they with, or what can you tell me about?
They are a group that are fanatical and are trying to rekindle an ancient way for dragonkind of having dragons rule through undeadness, creating Dracoliches.
Interesting. And you said they're operating south of here.
Correct. We go to prevent them from accomplishing their goal. Lady Tesserl?
Tesserl. Yeah.
Is aware of our mission and maybe coming through this area with support later on.
Oh, I mean, the lady is, of course, renowned for her steadfast defense of our region.
We hope to return within 2 to 3 days. If not, fear worse has possibly happened. But we will check back in to let you know that this evil has been vanquished.
Well, I again appreciate the heads up. As far as, I mean, if you said they're You said they're draconic in nature?
They are being led by a dragonborn who is able to damn you guys. I looked
Yeah, you can't look.
I know.
Can't look till after.
He is it is being led by a dragonborn. And the rituals are draconic in nature, yes.
Okay.
Have you sent any scouting parties south? Anyone reported back from there? I don't know how long your patrols go out. You seem like a very well-ran town, but a day's travel south is a little far.
In the region that we're in, yes. I mean, we take care of our immediate vicinity. But the King's Forest has quite a few different settlements around it, so each one generally takes care of itself. As you know, I mean, Deadluck is, I believe that's the direction you went originally, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
With Darko. But yes, they patrol their around their area. We take care of ours for the most part, and
So there is another city to the south that we should be warning as well, or need to send word
not
to?
necessarily. I mean, there are some that are kind of southeast and east of us, so directly to the south, there's not really a whole lot in that area, but there's some on the southwest edge of the forest near the mountains that go to the west of here, but
I do not feel it is necessary to warn them at this time.
I would start to maybe prepare a militia force in case any assistance is needed in the area, or if we fail in our duties. You might still be able to snuff this out before it becomes unattainable.
if it comes to that, I will certainly. I'm sure we can muster some of the local adventurers that are here, some of the groups that call Weymouth their home.
Make no mistake, these will be very well prepared people. Don't send amateurs; they'll just die.
I will heed your warning. Thank you for that. But yes, I will keep that in mind.
I guess in the other regard, is there anything that you can offer us for heading south? I think we're fairly good on supplies, and we want to travel fairly light. But if there's any advice or any landmarks that we can use, or maybe a base camp of operations south that you are aware of, now would be the time. I believe we have a fairly good map of the area, but if you want to take a look at it, maybe you know the area better than we will, living here and all.
Yeah, I mean, if you have well, I mean, he'll go over towards a wall where he's got a map of the King's Forest that is fairly well detailed. You can see different settlements that are there, with Weymouth kind of in the middle of the forest. The different roads that kind of flow through.
Brith, do you happen to have the map still, or who did you give that to?
I do not believe we have the map as Lady.
Oh, that's right. She was just showing it to us. That's correct.
Oh.
Well, do you mind, sir, if I mark upon your map? I believe we're heading in this general area right here. We don't have an exact location, but we know there's a ruins in the area. So if you need to coordinate an offensive or anything along those lines in that direction,
Okay.
that would be where to focus efforts.
I know that area is quite. It's still rather populated with trees, but it is rather craggy. There's quite a few hills or rocky outcroppings in that area from the mountains coming from the west. So travel there could be interesting.
So I apologize, Lord Kevin. My brother is a little ambitious at times. Lady Tesla. I can't. I'll never.
Tesserol.
Tesserol had advised us to keep the location a secret. So, I apologize for my friends.
No, I understand.
He sighs deeply.
Look, the main thing that I care about is taking this person out. Like, I want to
Very
make
well.
sure that if we fail, there's other efforts in place.
And the lady will definitely see to that, my brother.
Very well. I will have contingencies in place should Lady Tesserol need our assistance. Otherwise, I will certainly leave this in her capable hands. You need not worry. He'll kind of just take it and smudge the area over. And, I can always have a new map brought up.
Like I had indicated, we will hopefully return within 2 to 3 days with good news. Should it be longer than that, assume that the worst has happened.
Very well.
He reaches out his hand again, shake.
Yep, shakes your hand.
We thank you again for all that you have done for us, the Outlanders, and we look forward to having more time.
Yes, if you have the ability, send a message ahead of time. I'll clear some time, and you said about 2 or 3 days, correct?
That is correct. We
Well,
hope to have this done sooner. But
he goes back. He kind of flips through like a book that's on his desk. Well, if you come back by in a couple of days, I should have an evening free, and please, we'll have to go out for dinner again. I would love to hear more of
Hopefully
your
it'll be in
tales.
celebration.
Well, I hope so as well, and I would like to hear more about some of these stories that I've been hearing from Arabelle and such. Like I said, sounds like you've been making a good name for yourself.
before we go, I do have a token of gratitude for your support to us.
I would be honored.
He pulls out a very expensive wine bottle that somebody else had bought a while back.
Okay. This is
Wait, is this just wine?
It's the wine bottle that you had bought, yeah.
I know he spiked some of them with mushrooms or something.
No,
those
no.
got all dumped out.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
No.
That'd be a very interesting dinner party there. Psychotropics and the nobles and the high merchants coming through. Good times. He will accept it. Well, thank you. This is quite a fine vintage. I'm sure we'll make for an excellent dinner piece.
Was told goes well with chicken.
Do you enjoy chicken?
We will fare thee well then.
Safe travels, and I look forward to seeing you upon your return. Damien, it was nice to meet you and make your acquaintance.
Pleasure to meet you as well, sir.
Lady Lilith, as always, a pleasure. And I wish you all safe travels.
The pleasure was ours.
And I hope the rest of your group is doing well also. And look forward to seeing them.
They are. They were stabling our horses so we could get on the move.
Very efficient. So, well, I do have a meeting to get to. I thank you for stopping by and providing me with this courteous warning, and I will keep what you said close to the vest.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, Rex will head out.
All right.
Leaf.
Rowan, Kovac.
Let me just sit back here.
Hey, I just thought of something.
Okay.
I mean, I know, you know, she and I'll just kind of, she has helped before with like, helped me with my undead problem. And, if they can bring back dragons, maybe she could help with this as well.
It's an interesting idea. I mean, the undead are an abomination, especially
agree.
those that purposefully do it. Do you think we have the time?
Maybe. I don't know.
It couldn't hurt to ask.
I mean, they won't leave without us, so we've got all the time in the world, essentially, right?
Are you sure about that? We don't have a great history of sticking together.
Or plans.
Well, I mean, we know where they're going, right?
True. I mean, I didn't take the greatest look at that map, and
is there anywhere around here that we could? I don't know. You know where the the doorways are.
I'll.
Is that what they're called?
I
Doorways?
mean, logistically, sure, that's a good point. Kovac will pull out his compass to see if there's an entrance anywhere near.
Yeah, you get the notion that there's one that is southeast into the forest, probably a couple miles or so.
Okay.
So not like maybe a 30 to 40-minute walk for the most part.
Okay. Yes, we do have access fairly close.
I mean, who knows? They might be in there a while. I don't know how. Well,
ask forgiveness rather than permission?
Yeah.
Why not? It will keep things interesting. And I have been getting bored lately.
I guess here's the real question. Did we send our horses with Kelnorin, or do we still have them?
Well, he was stabling them all, so
That's
I guess
true.
it depends on whether or not you kept them.
He probably would have.
Would you?
He probably would have taken them, because I don't know. I wouldn't have known if we would have needed them.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, we could always go get them.
That's true. We'll try to find him to get the horses.
Okay. Well, I mean, you saw him. Let's see. Would have been hard to probably spot him. I mean, your passive is good enough, Rowan. So I mean, he went south towards the southern edge of this large open marketplace or central square circle.
He went this way.
Okay.
We're gonna go that way.
Go ahead, just give me a perception check as you're looking for him.
Uh-oh. how hard could it be to miss? He's got like 12 horses and.
So, you start walking south, and you guys spot him as he's starting to go past you the other way. So I'm assuming, Kelnorm, were you heading back into town after you dropped them off, or where were you going after you finished at the stable?
To be honest, he hadn't thought that far ahead.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Probably towards the castle, because I know that's where at least two of us are at.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you guys spot him right out of the side of your vision, your peripheral vision, as he is walking the other way back north. No horses.
Hey,
Hi.
where'd you take the horses?
Oh, well, there's a stable just over there. I'll give him directions. Why are you asking? You're not leaving, are you? I'm sorry. You know, I didn't. I should have thought. Oh God.
I was just wondering where they were at. What are you talking about?
Okay. The stable's right over there. Then.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna head towards the stables now.
See ya.
Bye.
Yep, they just walk on.
You want to turn into a house cat?
Okay.
I want to follow it.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky about it at all?
I am. Well, yeah.
Okay.
As sneaky as I possibly can.
Okay.
CR14, is there a cat in there?
There is a CR0 cat, which has a +4 to stealth, which is simply just a house cat. So, all right, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
I didn't see it in the compendium, so I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
Yeah. There. A stealth check.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
On top of being a cat that they may not notice.
Right?
They don't even notice.
Nope. He's gone. All right, so Rowan, Kovac, you guys head towards the stables, and there is a stable hand that greets you as you come in. Like, good afternoon, sir. What can I help you with?
Yeah, a friend of mine just brought my horse here, and I just needed it for a sec. Oh, and his horse too.
Okay, and who was your friend?
Oh, great. I'll give you about 5 names, and you can pick which one he told you.
Oh, I mean, what did he look like?
He was a furbolg. Like, tall.
Kind of a dirty fellow?
Yeah.
Nice clothes, covered in mud.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah, we were just getting him set up to be stabled and brushed out. I can see if they've taken the saddles off of him yet.
would be much appreciated.
Which two were yours?
Mine is the white
Black
one.
with the white spot and the white with the black spot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember those two. Quite the light and dark thing you got going on there. It's kind of neat. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll see if they're there. He will go into the back. Okay, so he comes back out. Yeah, they had not gotten to those two as of yet, but so will you be bringing them back?
Yes.
Okay. Well then, we'll be prepared to receive them when you come back.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it.
All right, so you two gather your horses, and you can head off into the forest if you'd like.
Yep.
Following Kovat.
As we're riding, I'll say to Rowan that I don't know exactly what to expect in terms of help, as it is our job to handle undead, but maybe indirectly she might be able to help.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if like maybe even just like some others might be available. Just because we're probably severely outnumbered.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know.
As long as we're not expecting any miracles.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me, for the pair of you guys, as you're going through the forest that is not exactly dense, but you're trying to navigate some horses through here. Go ahead and just give me either. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Is our cat going to try and keep up with them?
That is the question for the cat. All right.
He is.
Okay. Kovac, it's a little bit hard for you getting through this area. You feel like every time you take a different path, the horse is being a little bit obstinate and not thinking that, you get the feeling that it doesn't feel like it has enough clearance at points or... So, Rowan, your guys' speed while riding the horses is about halved. So it's basically your walking speed is what you guys are able to do. So... Kerkat, you have no problem keeping up with them.
Okay.
You're watching them and you're like, I wouldn't have gone that way. Definitely wouldn't have taken that path. That one would have been clearer. So, yeah, I mean, you guys are able to make it, and it's just... It takes you about the same amount of time as it would walking, but you didn't walk, so... You feel fresher, maybe? I don't know.
I gotta save my energy for when we get in there.
Correct.
Yes, no crystal gazing, Rowan.
I'm looking at the first one we come across.
Mine's already half gone.
So, you guys reach the point that you're looking for, which is a corpse of trees that ends in this rocky alcove, where, as you're getting closer, your compass gets warmer and warmer, Kovac, and you can see the shimmer of this shadowy portal that would connect you to the Fortress of Memories. So, Rowan, as you get a little bit closer, you can feel that pull as well. It's familiar by this point as you've gotten stronger. And as you get a little bit closer, you can kind of see that shadowy haze that passes across it. So,
I'll
assuming you...
find
Go
somewhere.
dismount and somewhere to tie up the horse.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're in a fairly wooded area, so it's not too
Shouldn't be
hard.
too tough.
Branches that are low enough.
I will, I'm going to send a message. Say, Rowan and I will be back shortly.
Technically, Kelnorn, you get it because your stone becomes part of you, so it's
Right.
still on you. So yeah, that's what you guys hear.
Suddenly, he hears his own voice in the woods.
I do not reply.
That's fine.
Hey, Kovac will approach the portal, and he'll stick his hand in his pack and just be slightly maybe hesitant, and then he'll withdraw his hand real quick and then walk through.
Okay. Rowan, you following?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Kelnorn, you watch as they just walk up to this kind of dim area in between this rocky alcove, and they just walk in and disappear. Like the shadows just kind of creep out and swallow them.
I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
Like walk around it, try to figure out
It's like
what
a
just
cat
happened.
looking at a mirror.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
I'm really good at those.
I know you are.
I'm still on par.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, as you're walking around, something about this area feels off. When you get a little bit close, I would say with your passive perception, you notice that there's like about a 10-degree temperature drop as you get like really close to where they kind of walked in, and as you're going around, it's just something that just makes very appropriately like your hackles kind of raise up a little bit in your cat form.
I'll hiss and spit a little bit.
Yeah. It's just something that feels off about this area.
I'll do that. Also, scientific test of putting my paw like up to it and then pulling it back.
Okay. So you kind of put it in there. Go ahead and just give me a wisdom save.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
26.
Yeah. You get overwhelmed by. You almost get overwhelmed for just the briefest moment, and then you just shake it off. Just, I think, due to Kelnorn's conflict with how this whole thing's gone on, and I'm assuming he's a little bit worried about Rowan at this point, and their relationship. But there's a severe sense of melancholy that tries to flood over you, but you fight it away. And then as you pull your hand out, you feel fine. It gives a very faint feeling as to that feeling of apathy that you had when you went to Tilverton.
So it reminds me of when we crossed into the shadow. Gotcha.
Yep.
I'll sit there for a couple minutes.
Okay.
And then I will head back to town.
Okay. No, not that one. There we go. Okay. So, Kovac, Rowan, you guys enter. And the scene changes as you expect, although on a slightly different area of, or slightly different level of the Fortress of Memories, but it is this very similar surroundings of something very run down, very gloomy. Although the feeling to you, Rowan, isn't quite as oppressive as it has been in the past. It's still a little bit loud with some of the wind and stuff that rushes by you. Very light sense of sorrow and melancholy just that permeates this area. But it's, again, not as overwhelming as you remembered last time.
I do the same thing as last time, though. I just look down and grab, like, his cloak.
There are various greenish, purplish lights, kind of torches that are lighting this area. So, as you enter Kovac, there are a couple of your kin that are around. Ivelian is nearby that you notice. Very familiar figure to probably Rowan if he was looking up, but Shavir, the cleric that helped you guys out previously, is there. But yeah, so you see a couple. There are some other individuals that you can choose to approach if you want, but those are the closest ones to you right now. But where
I don't think he'll. He's not going to approach anybody right now.
Okay. All right. You guys heading towards the fortress then?
Yeah, I'll head toward the fortress.
Okay. Probably takes you about 20 or 30 minutes of kind of meandering through the levels, going up ramparts and whatnot, until you reach the gates that lead into the Fortress of Memories. There are a couple of the elite Shaddarkai that are sitting here at the entrance as you approach. And I'll kind of look at the pair of you and say, Kovac, Rowan, was not expecting your visit today. Did you have an appointment?
It's an impromptu visit.
I see. And the nature of the visit?
More so a request for advice and maybe some assistance on a mission that we are on.
Very well. Well, you may
if
certainly enter.
She has time.
Oh, the Lady of Shadows always has a moment, but you may enter and see if she will deign to hear your request.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so you guys make your way to the through this entry hall towards what would be considered her audience hall or throne room, and they're seated at the somewhat large throne. You see the Matron of Ravens. And as you enter, she kind of turns her head up, white mask in place, and in a moment she is gone, and a burst of ravens appearing about 15 feet from the pair of you in another moment, and says, "Welcome. To what do I owe the honor of your visit?"
I look
What
up.
about your bow?
I do the opposite. I look up when I hear her voice.
My queen, our party finds itself to be face to face with the flame of Asgaroth fairly soon. And we are not exactly sure what to expect other than potential undead and Draco Liches. And Rowan had an idea maybe to see if there was any advice you could offer or even assistance in this situation. I know it is our responsibility to handle these as your servant, but with the unknown number of the enemy force, we sought a consult with you.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check if you'd like.
Oh.
Oh shit, I should have helped you.
Ooh,
Oh, you didn't need it.
nice. Yeah.
Feeling comfort in a home world here.
That's right. Yeah. Rowan, give me a quick perception check too.
Uh-oh. I see a crystal out of the side of my eye. Oh, no.
Nope. 15. Okay. When you look up, as Kovac looks down, the thing you notice is that normally when Kovac comes in here, like all the other Shadar Kai, aside from, I don't know that he hasn't seen the one, but they all wear white masks when they're in here. And when you look up and as Kovac is looking down, where normally Kovac just looks like a standard elf, probably in, late teenage to young adult years. When he's here, you catch a glimpse of like his hands and his face, and his skin is much more taut against his body, sagging a little bit in points though, like it's wrinkled, a bit almost emaciated in a way. His face looks much older. His appearance and his visage is very, very different here in the Shadowfell. For an elven person, he would look to be ancient. So,
He did
it's the
tell
first
us
time
he
you've
was
ever seen him.
old.
Yeah. But, so, and as you're watching, the Raven Queen kind of tilts her head a little bit. This flame of Asgaroth is something that has come to my knowledge as of recently. Curious as to what you might learn about him. Do not wish to spoil anything necessarily, but you say Dracoliches. Where do you
That
journey
is the rumor.
to? Where do you journey to?
It's some ruins south of Weymouth. I don't remember if it had a name of where they're at.
In the King's Forest?
Yes.
Yes, in the King's Forest.
Ah. Yes, the Lich Sam Master did attempt to fancy himself a god at one point. I fear dragons are beyond my persuasion and my influence, as they have their own entities that govern them. However, I do not sense their presence in the area. As far as other undead that may be there, you are correct. I do leave that to your discretion to deal with. And she will kind of glance towards Kovac, and then her gaze drifts over towards you, Rowan, as a test. Show of your abilities. To exert my will where you go. But I do not sense any kind of Draco liches in the area. Believe you may be safe from their influence.
This is very reassuring news.
Is there anything else?
Okay. I have a question because I don't know exactly how all of this works to say, but do you see or talk to, like, the souls that may come through here?
In a way, what we do here, or what I do, is I attempt to guide them. I do not talk to them directly as I am talking to you, as I believe it is each individual's task to find their purpose, to find their balance. But I do give them an opportunity to confront their fears, confront the betrayal that so harmed them, and find that they are either not at fault or that they are able to overcome, to find their own sense of person.
Main reason I asked is one reason we're on this quest is this man that we're after, the Flame, murdered a friend of ours' mentor, and I didn't know if I could, like, try to ease their feelings by letting them know that, like, maybe he was at peace or something.
Well, one of my servants, such as Kovac here, would need to obtain something of his that is saturated with his essence, so that we might help guide him if he didn't die under tumultuous circumstances. Do you believe this was an act of betrayal, most foul?
It is difficult to say. Their culture is very different, and they're very proud people. I don't know if he felt betrayed, but there's potential.
So you have a journey to make. If you find something of his, Kovac should be able to tell you whether or not he is at peace or whether or not he is troubled.
Okay.
Before we go,
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, please. Your question.
Before we go, I do want to apologize for my wandering as of late. I do feel I have been some assistance to this group, but I do plan on carrying on your mission for me as soon as there is a break in the action.
Well, you have sent a fair number of troubled souls my way, and I believe that the path you are on right now is one that is necessary to walk for their sake as well as your own.
Thank you.
Before you go, I did have an interest in speaking with you, Rowan.
Me?
If you wish, Kovac may stay.
Yeah.
I'll look to Rowan for
Yeah, that's
cue.
fine.
Okay. So, as you're standing there, ravens swirl around, and you guys are pulled into a very similar to like when you've spoken to her in your dreams. It's a not quite like outside, but it is just shadows all around. But you find yourself near a home in a clearing. It's not your home, Rowan, that you've recognized many, many times, although the woods, even in their shadows, look similar in nature. Similar trees that you are familiar with. In the distance, you catch a glimpse of a small girl running from tree to tree, giggling as another figure, an adult female, gives chase. It appears they are playing in some way, shape, or form, like a game of tag or hide and seek, something like that. And the Raven Queen walks up beside you. Kovac, as you're observing this as well. And she says, "The young recover so quickly. It is easier for them to shed the yoke of despair." She kind of looks down towards you, Rowan, with help. See the girl kind of running by again, laughing and giggling.
Yeah. It's a lot easier when you're young.
You helped this girl, even though she was not your quarry. You risked a bit of yourself. I have a question for you. As you've helped others who have felt loss and betrayal, now you help one that seeks vengeance and retribution. Tell me, what do you think of the Dragonborn and Tiefling's quest?
Honestly, I mean, I understand their feelings 100%. Like, I feel the same, just towards a different party.
And how did you feel against the necromancer that harmed young Carly here?
Anger. I was angry.
Do you believe that they will find peace or resolution to their feelings when you confront this flame of Asgaroth?
I think that I don't think it'll be an instant. It won't be instant gratification. I don't believe personally. That's kind of why I asked about the the soul of their mentor, because I thought that would help.
Well, I believe that that will be your quest then when this is finished, if they so desire. There are many in my domain who have failed to let go of that anger. They become creatures, embodiments of anger and hate. It is regrettable, but they choose their path and their fate. But you can help them, if you so choose.
I will help them.
And what will you do about your sister?
I plan to find her. We've gotten some leads.
Well, I wish you luck in your search and perhaps closure.
That's all I want.
I will let you get back to your business. Simply wish for you to see the good that you and your companions have done for this young girl here, and continue on your way.
I don't say anything but a small smile.
As you do, the ravens circle once more, and you guys find yourself back in the throne room. Raven Queen no longer there. Throne sits empty at the moment. The doors swing inward on their own.
Head down, grabs cloak.
Go ahead and start walking back out.
All right.
As we're walking back, I'll say to Rowan, to anybody on the outside, we do appear as a cursed race. But I hope you, in your experiences, you notice the true servanthood that we have the capability of performing. Not for ourselves, but for others.
I'm starting to learn that. She said if we had something of his that you could. Would the letter work? That he. Oh, wait. Well, no, that was. The other guy wrote it. But it did have his blood on it. I don't know how.
We probably need a more tangible means.
Like something of his that.
I don't know much about this individual's ski rod, but he does seem fairly egotistical, and I would not be surprised if he took trophies.
That's a good point.
So we will see.
This was a good trip. I'll just keep trudging away.
All right. Anything else for the pair of you?
I think that was it.
Nope.
For
I
me.
think we'll just head
All right.
back.
Damien, Rith, Lilith, after you guys finish up with Kivens, where are you guys heading to?
I mean, we
Suppose
would have
really
headed.
didn't pick a spot to meet up again, did we?
Nope, sure didn't.
We're good at
We
planning.
hardly ever do.
Do we know what direction the stables are? I could send a message, but I
Nope.
don't know how far it would travel.
No.
Well, it's a cantrip. We'll do it a couple times. I'll go that direction. And then I'll go that direction.
Find a message.
Well, I know, oh my gosh. I know the druid, is basically trying to, take the horses, so.
Yeah, Kelnorn
Hey,
was.
can we, yeah, Kelnorn. I know, so probably him, beat back up at the center of town.
Okay.
mean, it's,
Can't remember if
I think it's only like, it's not super
it's like
long.
120 feet.
It's like 120 feet. It's
I
not
can't remember
super
if
long.
message actually.
I don't know how
told
big
you.
the town is, but I imagine
it's
pretty big.
it's pretty wide. It's spread out.
And this isn't,
Okay.
this isn't sending, so he can't really reply back. But
It's just message, right? That's what
Yeah.
you're doing. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh no, they can reply.
Oh,
We
They
lost
can only
somebody.
Yeah, we did.
reply if they hear it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Did he actually get? Did his camera just go? Okay,
He's back.
He's back.
I hit the
And
wrong button. I was just sitting there. I thought I hit the mute button. I'm sitting here talking, and I'm like, what? You lost somebody. Who do you lose?
Yep. So for a little while, Rith became Kelnorn. Rith became
Yeah.
Rowan. And now they're all back.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Are you doing sending or message?
Just message.
Okay.
I don't have sending.
Right.
We
okay.
decided I was gonna take sending, and then I was like, no, it's not worth taking. I grew up in a castle. Message would have been enough.
Yep.
To send
Okay.
stuff
So,
all over the castle.
you send it each time. You do not get a response. So
We'll head over to this area.
should we go to the south part of town? I mean, we've got the sending stone still.
May want wait for them. If attacking Skirod would want to
Well, you said
have
we're doing it under
stones
cover
available.
of night, right?
Yes, but stones available for use would be good. Let's head towards south of town and wait.
That sounds good. We can just go that way, and because they'll have to come past this eventually.
Well, I doubt they're heading down there by themselves. They know we went to the nobles. They went to the stables, correct? So why don't we just head towards the stables and cross paths?
Not sure
I
where
don't know where the
stables
stables are.
Sir.
it's finding a
You-
guard. Okay.
Yeah, I mean anyone.
Hey. Yes.
Stables in town. What direction?
Which stables?
Oh, there's multiple. Oh, fantastic.
Well, we have a lot of travelers that come through, and a lot of individuals that need to set up in town for a while. So yes, we have about 5 different stables.
Oh, great. Why wouldn't there be? Closest to the noble's house.
To the manor there?
Yes.
Yeah, there's one that's directly, and he'll point to the east of the manor. It's like there's one that's right over there by the Silver Wink.
That seems like our best bet, guys. Shall we head that direction? objections. All right, I'll lead.
Yep.
We can check them.
So I'll start heading towards the stables over there, hoping to cross paths with him, knowing that I won't, but it's
Okay.
what I would
Oh, that's fine.
do.
So the three of you are meandering that way. There is, you guys will hear someone kind of like standing out in front of a building that looks like a tavern or an inn. Pretty nice looking.
The tavern or the person?
Both.
Okay.
Both. So as you're kind of passing by, he's pointing at people as you guys are going by. He's like, "You there, you, and you. You lot there. Are you weary from your travels, in search of a hot meal to warm your belly and soft bed to rest your head? How about a place to kick back and put your feet up and enjoy some of the best entertainment and refreshments your weary soul could ever ask for?"
No.
No thanks.
I
Let's
want to
keep
ignore
walking.
it. Keep walking. Yeah.
Then I have one word for you. Enter! I need a wisdom save from all of you.
Go on, Riff. You've
Oh
been
no, my
practicing.
wisdom's not good. Oh, I'll roll well. That's fine.
Nice.
I'm getting an ability check. Where's the... Oh, there it is. That looks better.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what that saving throw proficiency gets you, right?
That's
Right.
right, bitches.
Looks like Lilith needs to practice.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you.
Well, I'm assuming Lilith probably fails. I mean, I'm ignoring him, but do I recognize him casting a spell?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, you can give me a check at the end there.
You just want a perception? Oh, this is so much
It's
better.
an Arcana check.
Only one better.
So I'm just gonna, I guess, head over towards him. It sounds good. I mean, we might as well eat before we go, right?
I mean, we know a spell's
Do I
been cast on us,
feel
right?
anything on that spell?
Nope. There's nothing. I mean, he seems he's talking. I mean, it's very similar to things you've seen in Arabelle, where they have like town criers, hype men, basically, that are outside just trying to persuade people to come in. But I mean, for you, you're just like, no. It's just like you're walking by a kiosk in the mall. And here, it's like someone's like trying to sell you snake oil or something.
I don't need that
just-
plushie, thank you.
Yeah,
I
I was
mean,
like, I'm gone.
we don't know where they're at. We might as well get some food. That way we're well fed on the way. Rith, I know you're hungry. You're always hungry. So let's just go in for a little bit and get some food.
How about we find everyone else and then get together?
I'm sure they'll come around here. I mean, we can go inside and and at least get a meal, and then the rest of them can come in and eat with us, and then we can
And
all
how
be
would
well
they know
fed.
that we're here?
They'll find us. I'm sure they will.
Just
Um,
no. Like
I'm going in. I'm, and she'll just start taking off walking.
Yeah. I mean, the smell from the place is the food. The smell that's coming in from there is quite.
Have we eaten
good.
here before? This
No,
one?
you don't recall this place. You can actually take a look at the sign. You can give me a perception check as you're looking around for the sign. You see a sign that says the House of Comfort.
I grab her and say no.
But you know,
Make an acrobatics check, Lilith.
Yep.
Make an athletics check, Rith. Actually, go ahead and make an attack roll, Rith. Just an unarmed attack roll because you're trying to grab her as she's walking in.
I'm gonna let this altercation happen for a second, and then
Yep.
I'll have some.
Okay. All right, so 24, he grabs you. At this point, Lilith, I mean, you are attempting to get away. Go ahead and this becomes an opposed check.
Yeah.
So go ahead and athletics, Rith, and acrobatics for Lilith.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah. Rith grabs you, and he's not letting you go.
I pick her up and start walking.
All right, can I walk over to the gentleman?
Sure. So, my good sir, do you wish to come in and partake of some of our fine food and beverages?
But Rith, it's food. I mean, come on, you know you want food.
After find group, then eat and leave.
Why? I mean,
because group is not all here. And if we go inside, then they will not know where we're at. And they may walk by.
But we could go inside and grab some food at the very least and get some food from the inside, and we could come back out.
Well, let's go and make another acrobatics check as you're trying to get away. You're still trying, so Rith, same thing. Nice. Jesus. I love this. I love this.
Great. It's not happening.
Just bear hug.
While I'm standing up and talking to the guy, I'm like,
if she is noticeably trying to get away from me, I'm gonna. After I have her in one hand, I'm gonna then put her over my shoulder.
Okay. No, that's
and
fine.
hold her like this and say, "Enough."
Yeah, she's still wiggling and trying to get away. So,
as I walk towards the stable,
and he sees you, my good sir, wish to come in?
No, and I don't appreciate it, and I'll cast suggestion on him.
Okay, go ahead and make the. What is the save for that one?
It is, I believe, DC 17. I think it's either intelligence or wisdom. I don't know which. Wisdom.
Okay.
You can.
Sir, are you trying to override my ability to make my own decisions? For shame.
I think we've had enough of each other today, unless you want to take this further.
Well, everything I have done is well within our purview to do so. I apologize if your friend was wanting to partake in our fine establishment. If you're insinuating the minor command spell, I assure you that it is indeed harmless, and we are well within our rights to do so, just to encourage people to come in and partake of the entertainment that we offer. So if you wish to discuss it, you may talk to Lord Raleigh at the Noble's Manor.
You're allowed to magically influence people in town?
Well, as you well know, that simple incantation does nothing but...
I mean, it's a short duration, but...
Correct. As soon as they come in, they are well within their free will to leave.
So why are you bothering him? He just wants to let us come inside and eat some food too.
I would imagine about at this point the spells kind of wear off on him. I'm debating on trying it again.
She's struggling again.
She's still struggling, yes.
It's a rather long duration on your spell.
Hey.
Well, Rith lets you go.
Okay.
At that point in time, if he has you up here and you're still struggling, Rith is like, it's your life to do. So he'll let you go and he'll keep walking.
Okay.
Rith, you do know he's been magically influenced, right?
I I mean, if you're meaning her persistence in attempting to get in, as you know, that spell does have its limitations.
It does. It's a very short duration. Mine, on the other hand, isn't, and I'll cast Suggestion again to have him go sleep with the pigs.
Oh.
Okay. He shakes it off a second time.
Damn! It's pretty
At this
strong.
point, his smile turns to a very stern expression. My good sir, if you wish to escalate this further, I'm certain I can have the town guard come over and mediate this little disagreement before us and bring us before the Lord.
I draw my weapon and walk towards him. You tried controlling me?
Indeed not.
It seems you did.
At this point, you see about 4 guards
gosh.
from the town make their way over. Is there a problem here?
Yes.
This gentleman was trying to magically influence us.
Am I still under the influence at this point?
Not of a command spell, no, but
No.
yes.
The idea is still in your head, but
Not to enter. You don't feel the compulsion necessarily to enter, but yeah, what I sent you is still under influence there.
So, what's the problem here? I don't understand. This guy, he's just trying to get us inside to
I
to have some
really
food.
done anything yet. But
And what by chance did you say was the magical enchantment that he cast upon you?
I understand it to be the command spell.
And the problem there? He'll look to the gentleman. Did you advise me? He's like, yes, I told them that we have Lord Raleigh's permission in order to use that simple enchantment and impede anyone's free will no further than that. But he persisted in being very aggressive and attempting to override my free will by telling me to go sleep with the pigs. And I find that quite offensive. And he will look towards you, Damien.
That is fairly offensive.
And Rith and say, I believe we could have a discussion with the Lord about this, and perhaps we could clear it up back at the manor.
So you think it's okay to magically influence others in this town? As if he goes in front of the Lord and Lady and magically influences them.
To enter the establishment? I don't make the rules myself, sir. I'm only here to enforce what has been permitted by the Lord.
Lord Kevin agrees?
Lord Raleigh was the one who made this decree. And if one of the lords allows such a thing to occur, then it is well within their purview, but I must insist that the pair of you come with us.
He's coming too, correct? Because I object if he isn't coming too. The one that initiated this confrontation.
He did not initiate any confrontation as he was.
He cast a spell upon us.
He was acting within the purviews that he is allowed.
He's a fine gentleman.
So we stand accused with no accuser?
I believe he has accused you, yes.
And I have accused him.
Well, and the Lord shall decide what.
So my spell is offensive, and theirs is not.
And what enchantment were you casting, sir?
Suggestion: a longer duration of his spell, not to harm.
And do you have the Lord's permission to do so upon other people without their permission?
I believe he had no permission to give it to myself, did he?
Again, that has been clarified before.
Apparently, I am unfamiliar with the customs here. Apparently, as a merchant, you're allowed to suggest people buy your wares and steal their money. But when you tell them to go away, I am at fault.
Gratefully offended to that, sir. We did no such thing other than bid them to enter. Their choice to buy anything or to stay is their own. We are simply just asking people to come in. And that is the extent of what we are able to do, and that is all I did. So I do not see any great crime or offense that I have committed against you, good sir. However, sleeping with the pigs seems rather offensive. He will say, well, we will
I
discuss
just
this
told
matter
you
no
to
further
enter the stables.
in public. I will insist that you come with us, or we will have to relegate you to the prison.
Oh, that's not a good idea. We should just
And
go
yes, if
inside.
it will make things easier, I will not object to standing before this man who has accused me of doing nothing more than I am permitted to do by Lord Raleigh himself. If you wish, sir, we can go before the Lord and discuss this further.
I would like to have Lord Kenrith is there as well, if this is what it's going to require.
I'm sure we could gather both lords if you'd like.
I
Sir.
wouldn't like to take it this far, but apparently,
Well,
as
I'm
my
afraid you've
accusations,
escalated this situation further than I have. I was acting well within my purview.
I
And
I'll go with
don't
the
believe
guards
so.
will,
But
two of the guards will move behind Rith.
oh,
and
I'm not gonna fight.
Damien,
I'm just
and they'll look towards you, Rith, and be like, we must ask you to
you know what?
spell your
It is
record.
my folly. Allow them to continue, please, sir.
I'm afraid that your friend's here actions were deemed aggressive as well, and he will need to come with us. We cannot have people drawing weapons in the town center here and marching towards people. It would set quite a bad precedent.
I'm going to.
I'll stow my weapon for now.
Okay. They will escort you back towards the manor. And the gentleman who was out front continues with you.
I'll walk next to him.
Okay. All right. So they take you
I'll
back
just
to
I'll
the...
just small talk with him on the way there.
Okay. Yeah, he seems a very amiable person. Tells you about some of the great things that they have to offer there. Asks you what you're doing in town, what's brought you in the group here.
We were talking to Lord Kivin earlier.
I'm keeping a very close eye on him. If there's another spell,
Okay.
I want to counterspell it.
He's a fascinating man. It's very encouraging to hear one of the people's own rise to a position of prominence such as he has.
He's he's a very nice man.
Yes, indeed. Our dealings with him have been cordial.
That's good. That's good.
Your friends seem like they could use some relaxation. I hope that they're...
I do value
more kind
your
to you.
opinion. That is very, very astute. Sometimes they can.
Well, I'm sure this matter will be resolved and we can all go about our own business and get back to our lives. I do
hope
not
so.
wish to see any harm come to your friends. That I simply cannot have one telling me to go sleep with pigs.
Oh, I understand. I understand.
It's rather unfriendly, and
I wouldn't want to sleep with pigs either. So
no, they're quite messy creatures, filthy, disgusting.
oh yes, yes.
They make fine food.
Now, what was your name? I don't think I caught it before.
My name? Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, I had his name written down somewhere. My name is Renault.
Renault. Very nice to meet you, Renault. I am Lady Lilith. Pleased to
Wonderful
make your
meet you.
acquaintance.
Where are you from?
I'm from up north. I'm not actually from around here.
So you must have had quite the journey. I can understand why you would want to come relax.
Yeah, I know. I was just wanting some of that food you were talking about, and it just
Well,
it,
will
it
be there
escalated.
when.
I hated it for you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. It happens occasionally. Most people are willing to let such things go when the guards or we inform them of our express permission. Again, we believe that we have one of the finest establishments in town. We are working hard to rival that of the Silver Wink. They have established quite the baseline for anyone else to step up to. But we believe that if people just come in and partake, then perhaps, we can
Yeah. No,
spread a
I
little
understand.
comfort. That is
Yeah.
our goal.
I'm
To help
sure
those
everyone
that
needs a
are
little comfort every now and then.
Yes, to help those that are feeling stressed and overwhelmed. We seek to
Yes,
lighten that load for them.
most definitely. I'll just keep small talking him all the
Okay.
way.
As you get there, I mean, you have reached the manor at this point. They escort you in, um, take you up a set of stairs, um, up the left, whereas Lord Kiven's office was off to the right, and into another room that, Damien, this is very much more similar to Noble's office that you've seen, or high-ranking merchants, much more posh. And the 4 guards come in with you guys, and a gentleman with salt and pepper hair, dressed in very fine clothing. Xion goes, um, Sergeant, I see you've brought some individuals before me here. Oh, Renaud, it's good to see you again. I hope business is going well over at the house. Quite well, sir. I'm sure that this matter right here can be resolved with very little inconvenience if you will simply explain the agreement that we have to these fine gentlemen here. They took offense to our simple incantation that we cast. I couldn't hear you there.
Oh, sorry. I put
It's
my mic
like-
up. To being commanded.
Oh, and what was the command that was issued?
To go into the establishment.
Yes, sir. I did ask them to enter in order to partake of the great many things that we offer them. I see, and yes, he has permission to request people to enter. Did he
And you
advise
don't
you to do anything else
see
aside
any
from
folly in this? What if I
No.
commanded you to go into that room and I lock you in there? Go into that jail cell and I lock you in there.
that? Is that what he was
Magically
telling you to
influencing
do?
people's minds is wrong.
Well, he simply asked you to enter the establishment to partake in their goods. I mean, and to give you the option to do so. I don't see the problem with that. This gentleman has proved to be rather trustworthy and quite a valuable member of this community for the past couple months.
He's quite
What
the
if I
nice
were to
man. I
command you
spoke
to
with him
give
on the
me
way
all of
here.
your worldly possessions?
Well, that would be quite wrong, but I don't see how that equates to
It
him
would be,
asking you
wouldn't
to
it?
come into to their establishment and peruse their wares. Did he command you to buy anything? Did he command you to partake or to eat or to give them
You
money?
surely see the small step that it takes for someone to command someone to do one thing to then command them to do another.
And hence why it is heavily regulated. Did you go inside?
No, actually.
Well, then if you had gone inside, you would see that we have numerous guards in place, as well as other individuals who
Didn't
have
feel like it
arcane
was a
talents.
trustworthy business practice to
Well, if you'll
command
allow me to
my...
explain myself, sir, I do not appreciate being interrupted by someone of your stature, especially when you have been brought for me for doing something, I'm assuming, untoward towards this gentleman. So, yes, sir, he apparently was casting a spell suggestion and told him to go sleep with the pigs. My, that is quite a serious offense. Much more serious compared to asking someone to simply enter. But if you had gone
So
in.
entering a pig pen is wrong, and entering
I'm
an
asking you to
establishment-
silence yourself, sir. If you speak to me again out of turn, you will spend the night in jail. Thank you. If you had gone inside, you would have seen that we have numerous guards inside, as per our agreement with him. And many have the understanding of the arcane arts. If they were to do something that would take away someone's free will from inside, then our agreement with them would be revoked. However, they are expressly forbidden from doing anything other than asking people to enter the establishment. From that point on, it is, of course, your own free will in order to buy any goods or services or to simply turn around and leave. So, being heavily regulated and heavily guarded, do you believe that we would be so foolish as to allow someone to just pilfer your money from you without your consent? What type of reputation do you believe that would set for our fine town? He'll look towards the other gentleman. Do you wish to see these gentlemen punished in any way, shape, or form? No, I believe that isn't entirely necessary. As long as they don't attempt anything aggressive towards my personages or our establishment in the future. Very well. Do you agree to not do anything untoward towards this gentleman and their establishment?
Oh,
Is
I
it-
agree to never enter the establishment.
We will agree. If I see these fine gentlemen again, we will desist from attempting to extend our services towards them. Very well. Do we have an accord?
Yes.
If your lady friend here wishes to visit the establishment still, since she seems to be a more reasonable person, she is certainly permitted, but
Oh, well, thank you.
of course, and I will let you know that both of you will be under very close watch while you are in the town. Please do not do anything to disrupt our town again. Am I understood?
Sure. I will do my best not to disrupt anything further in the town.
I appreciate your compliance. And you, good sir.
He nods.
Very well. Glad we've sorted this out. Gentlemen, if you will please see them outside once again. They will escort you guys back out of the manor. The other gentleman that went with you, that was the town crier, stays behind for a moment. But
Am I escorted out with them?
not necessarily.
Okay.
So,
I know you dislike that as much as I did, Rith, but at this point, we're just going to avoid them entirely.
Fair enough. I
There's-
begin
There's
heading to the stable.
there's a merchant plot going on here, and it seems as if a lot of parties are involved. I'm not willing to stay and take down a town right now. There's more pressing things.
Agreed.
Ronald, it was very, very wonderful meeting you. I guess I should catch up with my friends, but maybe I'll see you sometime soon.
oh, of course. If any time you wish to come by the House of Comfort, please feel free. If you find me, I'll buy you your first round.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Of
You're
course.
just a good man. Just a good man.
I
I
appreciate
assume he has friends cast on him at some point, because he'll know when it ends.
You didn't notice any spells being cast.
Yeah.
So aside from the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I have some business here with Lord Raleigh, and just to make sure this whole matter is cleared up, I'm terribly sorry to involve your friends with this in any way.
That's
Horrible
okay.
misunderstanding.
I'll try to help keep him out of trouble. Um, and I don't want him to trouble you. So
No, you are a good friend to them, and I hope they appreciate you.
yeah, I am. Um,
Well, I hope to see you there at some point.
oh yes, most definitely. I'll be back just to see you. I mean, to go uh, in the place. Yeah, as long as you'll be there, right?
I'm normally there.
Okay.
Most of us, most of us that belong to the House of Comfort stay there. We have our residence there, so it's one of the many
Oh.
perks of working there.
Okay. All right.
But yes, indeed.
Well, maybe I'll buy your first drink just for the trouble.
You're too kind. You're too kind. Thank you very much.
So,
I will see you later then.
okay. Well, I hope your night is nice and calm
Oh.
and wonderful, and
I hope you have a fine night.
thank you. I that means a lot. That means a lot from you. So she'll kind of like start just backing towards the door and then go.
Okay.
Out.
Rith, are we waiting on Lilith? I don't know.
I wasn't.
Okay. Yeah. At this point, I'm content to leave it. And at this point, they could have already walked by us. I don't know. I assume this process was probably like a 20-minute thing. I don't know how far we had to travel.
Not very far. I mean, you guys were walking towards the stable when you crossed by this place, so it was maybe a 5 or 10 minute walk back to the manor. So
So she'll go out and look for them.
I imagine we're down the road a little ways. You chose your part.
What's your passive? I mean, you'll be able to spot Rith probably. Damien with his back to you, probably not as conspicuous since you can't see his skin. And he doesn't.
I was gonna say, almost always I'm having my hood up. So
yeah. So
All right, so I'll run and catch up with them.
are we feeling better yet, Lilith?
Yeah, I feel fine. Why?
You know you were magically influenced, right?
I feel fine.
Okay.
The stable's this way, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
can I don't know, is there a vibe check? Is its eyes like all green or something? I don't know.
do a perception check or an I mean, you can look either for magical effects with like Arcana or
They're both crap. Here we go. Why not? Let's do an Arcana.
Okay. 10.
10.
Yeah, I mean, he seems to be acting just fine. She does, yeah. No discernible effects of any kind. No flashes amongst the eyes or anything like that. Just Lilith.
All right. Yeah, let's just head to the stable. So I'm going to put this behind us, and maybe it's something we deal with later or something that we bring up to Kenrith at some point. But for right now, I don't have enough standing in this town to morally object to their way of life.
I mean, but he was a nice guy. But I mean, we can go. How far is it to the stables from here? Did the guard tell us, or?
I imagine it's just a few more blocks that direction. We were almost
Okay.
there when we got pulled over by the Comfort Inn. Or what was it? The House of Comfort.
The Comfort Inn. I like that.
It's canon.
It's canon
Yep.
now. It's just like the post office.
Hold on, I gotta change it.
Right. Barker for the Comfort Inn.
Next one will be Holiday Inn Express. Yeah, you're not a druid, but you did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. You know. Yeah, it's. I mean, your walk to the stables is fairly short. It takes once you get past the House of Comfort, it like a minute or two more of a walk, and so.
Well, do we cross their path since we were delayed?
No.
Yeah, I would think so, but I don't know how far they traveled outside of town.
Well, that's
Don't
And
say
we're
it.
at the
We're not
stables
going
now?
back there. I assume we're at the stables now. I will.
Yeah, you're there.
I will talk to the gentleman running the stables and just be like, I assume this is where one of our friends brought our horses.
Who's your friend?
Rith, what's his name again?
He's a furball.
I ain't seen a furbolg today. No.
Oh, perhaps it wasn't this stable. I told this was the closest one to the noble house, so it would have made the most sense.
Yeah, we're one of like 5 in the town.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's one as you're leaving through the north road. There's one that's kind of to the west road. There's one that takes the northeast road out of town. There's one we're here, and then there's one on the south end of town.
Let's try north. I speaking Draconic. Let's try the north one. That would make the most sense as we're getting ready to leave. To grab the horses as we're getting ready to leave.
Sure. I'm completely game. I just I don't know. I'm a little flustered by the hypocrisy of it all.
So which one should we try next?
North.
North is where we're going to go.
Okay. And she'll start heading back to the west on the same road.
Okay.
Is that when she heads west? Does that take? Isn't there a road here that heads north?
So you guys are off over. So there'd be like a building off over here. Basically, it's not necessarily on. Actually, sorry, you guys would be kind of off over here.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you guys can take the road that kind of goes around the northwest of town, or around the north side of town.
Whatever I can do to avoid the Comfort Inn.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, going north and then northwest would certainly do so.
Lilith, this way.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So in the future, we need to try and establish meeting points. Right,
That's
guys?
never really been a strong point for our group.
Perfect.
We're just gonna go.
This is turning into a ridiculous day on top of us having very pressing issues to get to.
Yeah. I mean,
I pull
we
out my
still-
sending stone and say, "Meet at the silver. What is it? What wink?
Wink.
To eat real quick and head out." Then I head towards the silver wink.
But
I
we
like
could have went to the Comfort Inn
You can if you wish.
You can go by yourself.
Well, we'll check the stables first.
No, we're going to the what was
Silver
it?
Wink.
Silver Wink.
All right.
Oh,
so
okay.
the Silver Wink is over here, is somewhat near. It's actually down this area here. So
Perfect. Far away.
the Comfort Inn is the Comfort Inn, yeah, is kind of off over in this direction. You guys were heading towards the stables right here, and then Silver Wink is down here.
Perfect.
So we still have to go south, past the Comfort Inn.
Not really. I mean, it depends on how you guys were doing this. So, because you guys started walking north, yeah. So when you're passing back south, yeah, the Comfort Inn will be on your right.
Yeah, that's fine. Rith will walk by. He doesn't care.
Okay.
Is Renault outside still?
He's not returned yet. No, doesn't appear
okay.
so. So there is no one in front of the inn except for like a couple of the town's guards.
Well, she'll just keep walking by.
Okay.
I cast no. I want to, but no.
I cast Fireball.
I was thinking about it.
Didn't ask how big the room is. I said I cast Fireball.
Maybe later at night.
Yes, do it.
No.
I don't know what I'd do in that point. I think it's
No.
gonna be a really interesting combat session.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Really not.
We want to ruin our reputation right off the spot. Yeah.
I mean, let's just go for the TPK as you get the entire town after you.
Yeah, why not?
I cast Disguise Self first.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So you head south towards the Silver Wink. As you remember, Rith, this is an upscale establishment. One of the best in Weymouth. From what you remember from Kivin probably telling you is that this was one of the best establishments in Cormire. Very high reputation of this place.
We're eating here.
You did eat here. It was very expensive food. Very well prepared. So I mean, it did taste good. Portions probably wouldn't have been as big as like some of the other inns or taverns that you've been to, but the quality was probably better. So you guys make your way there. Yeah. So as so Kelnorn, you would be heading back to town, or almost back in town when the Sending Stone message comes through.
Okay.
Probably about, I would say, 5 or 10 minutes from town at that point, or where you know you need to go to.
So hang on, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Then before I would have sent my stone, then would we have gotten Kovech's stone?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You,
So then
you would have gotten that as you finished up your meeting with Lord Kivin.
Okay. So we
Because
know
you
that
guys
they
had to
went
go
somewhere.
Yeah, you guys know they were
Okay.
coming back in a bit. But you heard that at this point, that would have been about 30 or 40 minutes ago. So.
Okay. Well, because if they left, I don't know if I would have sent my. I don't know that we would have. If we now know that they're not here, I don't know that we would have gone looking for them.
Well, I mean, you still know Kelnorn wasn't in. Kelnorn was
to
still in
go.
town,
Yeah.
or at least as far as you know, Kelnorn was still in town.
I honestly think I still would like to establish a place to meet. So
Okay, that's
sitting
fine.
there
Yeah,
sounds great
I'll
to
still have
me.
done what I did then. It might have
Okay.
changed what I did actually, but that's fine. I assumed we hadn't had their message yet.
No, sorry, I meant to tell you guys that it had happened there, but
I think you did. There was just so much in between.
there was a lot going on.
Starting street brawls, man.
That was about as calmly as the discussion as I think it could have gone, to be honest with you. I really would have liked him to sleep with the pigs. It would have made me feel good.
So
Must have some pretty good wisdom on him. Or he rolled real well.
a little bit of both, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit of both, maybe. So, all right.
I'll head there towards the place.
Silver
I will
Wing.
use the silver wing. Yes, I will use my furball innate ability to disguise self
Okay.
and make myself look like I'm wearing my nice clothes, all clean and everything, so I can go in there without any issues.
Okay. So still looking like you, but with just your clean clothes.
Yeah,
I always look fabulous. I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
All right. So, yeah, about 10 minutes after you get there, Lilith, Rith, Damien, Lilith, you'll spot Kelnoran walk in, and he's looking
Wave.
rather dapper at the moment.
Aha,
wave
you
him.
do clean up, sir.
yeah. The magic works wonders.
Magic does work wonders.
He probably still stinks to high heaven.
Oh yeah, still smells like the road.
It's all about appearance, my friend.
Dust and moss and mud and
It was a nice place last time we were here. Yep. So how is Kevin?
Good. We are ready to go, just waiting on last two companions. Horses are where?
I'll tell the southern stable since that's where I'll be coming in at.
Oh. Well.
So on the first stop, and we can just go. You know?
That makes sense.
So you guys don't have a whole lot of confidence in this encounter. Expensive last meal and all.
I don't think it's so much that. It's more along the lines of it's closer to the southern part of town.
There was another place, but
No, there wasn't.
Oh. I guess it sounded good, but wasn't good.
Yes.
I mean, it sounded like it was good.
No,
But
it doesn't sound like it's good.
I'm kind of curious now.
Don't worry about it. It's just better if you don't know. Trust me.
Oh.
It worked itself out. I mean, we met.
You should go with Lilith and try it out.
Rith, don't encourage them. Rith, please.
Maybe when we get back.
Yeah, sure. What's the place called?
Well, it's Comfort Inn.
No.
Comfort Inn.
No. Just this is a bad idea, guys.
Look,
Lilith.
They're not allowed.
If they're willing to magically influence you
They're
to
not
enter,
allowed?
they're
Wait,
willing to
what?
magically influence you to buy their shit.
He just
You're
wanted us
just
to come
being
in,
manipulated.
and he just wanted us to come in. I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna look at Lilith.
Actually, you know what? Let's resolve this by a third party. Barkeep.
So you're going up to the bar because
I mean,
this
I'll,
is
I'll wave. I'll wave over a maiden or the barkeep himself if that's all there is.
Oh no, there's. I mean, the bar is huge in this place. There are several barkeepers back there. I mean, the Silver Wink is a large establishment full of tables. There's a second level to it, which is where you guys
Perfect.
ate
This
last
place
time.
seems
but-
fantastic, and I will always come here. For no other reason.
We've eaten here before.
I mean,
Your
still would rather
the
come here.
barmaid that is serving you guys will come over and she'll say, were you guys ready to order?
I don't know if we want drinks all around. We have something very important to partake in.
Food,
Probably
yes.
not something of food. But maybe you can help resolve an issue for us quickly. What are your thoughts on the Comfort Inn?
The House of Comfort?
Yes. Sorry, I thought we canonically changed it to
No,
Comfort
I mean that is the actual name.
Yeah.
Say, I mean that is an interesting change to the name. I mean it is somewhat of an inn, but it is still a establishment like ours. From what I've heard, the people that go in there feel amiable towards it. Individuals seem to enjoy being there. They have surged in popularity over the past month or so. They just opened their doors about 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
They have had a pretty dramatic increase in their patronage, I guess.
There's a reason for that, actually.
We've heard rumors as to what they're allowed to do. It seems odd, but
And how would one go about getting that permission?
From the lords, or at least one of the lords.
And is this an avenue that's been pursued by other taverns in the area?
Not to my knowledge.
I
mean,
it seems like an unfair business practice. I agree, and that's why we ended up here.
Yeah,
because I
I
agree with your
appreciate-
business practice so much more than the business practice of those heathens. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I can't necessarily say that would be my methodology. I mean, I guess if it can get people in the door and they enjoy your place, I suppose if the Lord allows it, who am I to object? But that is their decision to make. After all, I am just a server here, so I don't really have any say in the matter, honestly.
Well, I appreciate your honesty, and I will reward you with our patronage.
Well, I appreciate that. You said you wanted food?
Yeah. What's a good meal? Not too filling. We have a long journey ahead of us, but a good hearty meal.
She'll suggest a couple of things. I mean, they've got like a venison dish, a couple of different stews that are available. Most of them would come with either bread and some kind of greens. So a couple of desserts that are offered, but you guys are capable of getting food. It ends up costing you about a gold piece each for the meal here. As you guys remember, it is a more expensive place to eat, but
I'll take care of the bill.
okay.
Thank you.
Well, right now it's only, 4 of us? 5. 1, 2, 4 of us. Yeah. Oh, no big deal at all.
Well, thank you.
Unless you'd rather go to the other establishment, Lilith.
It's okay. It's all right. Thanks.
I mean, I'm no longer interested in the food. but I would like to talk to them.
I think going anywhere near them will probably spell bad omens for you, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. I just warn that you might have your organs harvested.
This
I don't know about that. It seemed like an okay place.
you they said you were magically compelled. Do you realize?
Hmm?
I don't
I
have the
feel
proper
fine.
spell prepared to take care of that problem.
You mean a dispel?
Yes,
Ah,
I don't have that, or you know, any of the other potential means. And I'm going to grab my fork. I want to grab Lilith's hand. I'm like, this usually works. It's not the good way, but it's the working way.
Oh,
Slam.
I don't think he's. As you're doing it, I will say,
Okay.
I don't think he's anymore.
Oh.
Make an attack roll.
This is how we do it.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's what do I roll?
It's an improvised weapon, so it's no. I don't think you have proficiency on it. If it's a fork,
So it's just
probably dexterity.
strength or dex mod? Yeah.
Dex.
Okay. I'll roll that. Disadvantage or just straight?
Nope, just straight.
He's not expecting it.
Dude.
Nice.
That went exactly how it should have.
And Lilith just sees support coming down and goes, nope.
Nope. What are you doing?
I mean, I can't dispel it, but pain tends to help me snap out of it. It works with
Just-
Rith.
About what? I'm fine.
Maybe you're not.
I mean, he seems fine right now, and the spell I recognized was command. Whether they magically influenced him after that, I didn't catch it, but the command only lasts for a few
Right.
minutes or a few seconds.
I mean, I've been gone maybe an hour. How long has she been like that?
It's been about, well, probably about 45 minutes.
So shouldn't it be done with?
That's why I told you not to stab her.
That's why it was stabbed.
At this point, we're not having to pull her away from the door like we were while we were there.
Still
So
defending them. He's still under their influence.
I
This I
I
gotta
don't
tell you, this
see the influence on him right now, but
this
it
sounds
wouldn't surprise me.
a whole lot like an incubi or a succubi is say on someone's faculty.
I mean, is there something else we want to try to slap him out of it? Do we literally want to slap the man?
Yeah,
I don't think you
woman.
need to
Oh,
slap
gosh.
anything. I'm okay. I'm here. I'm sitting right next to you.
You seem very compelled to hit the guy or the lady. I don't.
I'm not
I
gonna
mean, he
lie. We've got
did have I did feel the spell.
Thank you for at least admitting that you felt the spell at this point, because before you wouldn't even do that.
I mean, I did feel the spell. But I mean, he wasn't a bad guy. He was just
I mean, I will not call him a bad gentleman. I will go with immoral. Unless you think it's moral to control other
Are we
people's
all
minds.
sometimes?
You think it's moral for other people to control people's minds?
I mean, we've done it to Rith. How many times, Rith?
Oh,
We had
gosh.
his permission, and it
Yeah,
was to try to resist the very thing you seem to have fallen for.
Well, that's true. But still, it's over.
Did we know where the others are at? We've almost finished our meal here.
Yeah, where'd they
No,
go?
they said they were going
They
out
didn't leave town,
somewhere.
right?
No clue.
Didn't you both go to the stables? Where did they go afterwards?
Well, I don't know. I went to the stables initially, but I started my way to the castle to try to meet up with you guys, and I heard their message, and I decided to go for a tiny walkabout.
We can wait here for them.
Walk where?
You
Where'd you go?
can, Kirk
It's
can talk
wandering.
to Lord Kevin when we return about your issues with discomfort.
At this point, it's so far beneath us. I don't feel it's worth our time, but I will mention it to him on our next meeting because allowing this to happen in his town is only going to hurt the reputation of the town. But at this point, I'm not going to get anywhere with the noble that they were taking us to because they're a part of the facade. So,
Well, I wasn't going to deal with it now. Just try to deal with Lilith. But if she seems fine with being temporarily mind controlled, that's her strange issue. Kink, maybe?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She agreed to it as a kink.
at this point, if she wants to go there when we get back, then I don't want to know. Let's just go with that. Okay. I want to keep our faculties about us, so I'm not going to be drinking. But is there any discussion of a plan or anything along those lines that we want to do while we're
Well,
sitting
we
here?
got to make
Rowan,
sure
you guys-
everybody's here but Rith.
Kovac and Rowan, were you
no.
guys making your way to the Silver Wink then?
Eventually, yeah.
Okay. You guys are walking in as they're at this point. So
There they are.
You just missed the meal.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
yeah.
I meant to. Sorry, I got sidetracked by all
fine.
the shenanigans.
Yeah. Me too.
So rewind like a few minutes as we're walking there.
Uh-huh.
Rowan, what do we want to tell them?
That's a good question. I don't know what's comfortable to tell everyone.
The jab, it hurts.
I mean, I think we ease their fears about potential Draco liches, but I'm sure they'll question where we got our information.
We prayed. We prayed and spoke to a higher being.
That works.
Okay. So now you guys make your way in. Time is accurate, roughly for you where you guys are at, basically. So it's about 2 or so. Mid-afternoon.
Where's it
And we
say
have
the
a
time?
full day travel south
Oh,
then?
I don't know if the clock's up there for you, but
It just says 8 o'clock for me.
Yeah, it
Me
says 8
too.
o'clock for me too. But we have a full day's travel and we wanted to get there overnight.
So the plan, that's how it goes.
So we plan to enter under cover of darkness, correct?
Right. Which will
I can make a number of us invisible. Are we planning to infiltrate and assassinate?
don't think
Or
so. You just think surprise attack would be best. But it's only maybe 8 hours from here on foot.
okay. So we'd be getting there at nightfall if we
Right.
left today.
Uh,
I shouldn't have
I-
wasted those spells on the gentleman at the Comfort Inn.
I
They
I
won't be a problem.
I figured, at least for my part, after an hour in our journey, I would cast aid and bolster our physical prowess, and I would summon my spirit bear to do the same to help everyone out. And then within, after nightfall, I would go spider and beforehand cast dark vision on those who need it.
I do come with a bit of good news.
Please, I would love some good news right now.
I am pretty sure that we will not have to deal with any Dracoliches in this battle.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a small comfort.
How do you know this?
We prayed and we spoke to a higher being about it.
Did you happen to get the number, or did they scry upon them? How many people are at the facility?
I asked about
Wasn't
Dracoliches.
that detailed?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it's something to go off of. So
It is good news.
we're going to attempt to infiltrate. So when we get on the outskirts, sneaking up, I can cast invisibility on quite a number of you, and then we can try and infiltrate that way if we want.
We could. Isn't that a pretty powerful spell?
It will be fairly taxing, yes, but if it gets us in a 1v1 versus an entire fort, I think it's worth it.
I prepped Pass Without a Trace today.
Oh,
So
well,
if
that
it
could
would
be very
save you
useful.
a spell, we could do that one.
I mean,
It was very helpful last time you casted it. You remember?
I do. Yep. I was totally in my right mind when I cast. Player wasn't here.
Well, I mean, it seems like we have a fairly stealthy approach then. From there, we don't know the layout of the facility, so we don't know where Ski Rod even is.
No.
Nope.
Oh, ooh, you did give me the that potion of clairvoyance.
I did.
If I were to use that, do you think I could get a view on him, guys? I've never used it. that type of spell before.
Okay.
Don't know what does. Could
Well, I don't know
be
exactly
beneficial?
what it does either.
You can so if you wish to, for Damien and Rowan, since I'm guessing you said it out loud, right? Potion of
Yes.
Clairvoyance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Damien and Rowan, you guys can do an Arcana check.
Arcana is not great, but we'll give it a whirl. Hey, I'll take an 18.
Yeah, I mean, Rowan, you know that it's kind of like a low level. It's kind of like a scry almost. Only it's just on a location. Damien, you've had a innately you kind of feel a little bit more knowledge about it, but it does create an invisible sensor in a location that is familiar to you that you've visited before.
I think you
Or
have to be close for that, don't you?
its range is about a mile.
So we can do a little pre-scouting on the outside with it, but doing it here won't be useful to us. It doesn't seem.
So you either have to know the location, it within a mile, and you can create a sensor to see inside of it, or it has to be an obvious location if you are unfamiliar with it. But regardless, you have to be within a mile, and then it lasts for about 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, we could use it to scout the area, but we'd have to do it from a distance away. Can you maintain concentration on that with your pass without a trace while we're hiding?
No, I
Nope.
wouldn't be able to do that.
Well,
And the
that's a
sensor
little
does
bit-
not move, Damien. So it is
Oh.
stationary.
So you just plop it down and it stares
Mhm.
around?
Yep.
Okay.
And you have to choose seeing or hearing.
But it's in potion form. I don't have to be the one to do it.
Oh, well, yeah, that would work. I suppose whoever would have the best perception and the ability to see, I would lean towards possibly Lilith. I assume you're fairly well versed at figuring out things and looking. I don't know. Is there anyone
Pretty well.
more well versed at seeing things?
I'm
I mean,
pretty
Kelnoran's
pretty
pretty.
I would
observant.
assume Kelnoran is, but
Yeah, Kelnoran's is
we
probably
can't
even
use
more observant
Kelnoran
than
in
I
this
am.
case if we're having him concentrate on something else.
But yeah, Damien, you also know you can choose, while the spell's active, you can choose as your action to flip between seeing and hearing.
Mm.
So it's not one or the other the entire time. It's just each round it is one or
Okay.
the other. But if you want to change it, you have to use your action.
Well, that can be a little bit of scouting for us. We'll get a little bit of a layout when we get closer to it. We'll have Lilith kind of drink the potion,
Okay.
scout the area from a safe distance, or mentally, I suppose. Mental projection, maybe? It feels like it's a little bit of a mental projection or a seeing eye kind of thing.
We'll
So,
hand the potion to Lil.
that will give us a layout. Then are we trying to get into Ski Rod's personal residence there and perhaps take him on there? Or do we want to try and catch him, or we discussed this before, calling him out perhaps? I don't think that's probably our best option, as everyone will be staring at us then.
Yeah, as farther we can go inside and get, the better, I think, is what we had decided.
Okay, so we have a fairly good scouting regiment, a fairly good entrance plan. Exit. What's our course of action to exit the area?
Once everybody's dead or
Let's
surrendered.
just say there's too many people there for us to safely kill everyone. What's our exit course of action? Or at the very least, where do we establish a meeting point if we all need to run?
Here?
I'd prefer it not be a day's journey north as the meeting point.
We'll have to find a spot on the way there then.
Okay.
What about here?
Yeah.
Or maybe the inn we all stayed at when
When we first came here,
yeah.
the Bashful Maiden.
I would prefer if we're going to travel a day's journey, we not do it individually. But if push comes to shove, this can be the secondary fallback point. Not the day's inn.
Not the Comfort Inn.
Not the comfort inn. We'll
said the
meet
The
pleasure
here.
Bashful Maiden.
Bashful
That's
Maiden, yeah. Bashful Maiden. Yeah.
It's
Bless you.
fine.
I figure if we're overwhelmed, the exit strategy is ass and elbows.
I mean, I feel fairly confident that I can probably get out, but as for helping others get out, that might be a little difficult. We'll have to scout it out tomorrow, or tonight when we get there, because I don't have any relativity of the size of the establishment.
Right.
I might have a way to scout without putting ourselves in danger.
Well, I believe that's what the potion is for, correct?
Hopefully.
I thought, oh, okay.
What other components are you bringing to the table?
I'm gonna pull a silver raven figurine out of my pouch. This can become a raven.
And you can magically see through its vision, or
I mean, if not, he can talk to animals.
I wasn't going to try it on this journey, but I could ask Treverian for help. He's my hawk.
oh, okay. Sorry, I was unaware of who Treverian was. Okay.
No, that's why I said he's hawk.
Sam.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. I mean, this
And
seems
I can
like
see through his eye.
I don't know. I mean, any animals or critters entering a base of establishment does stand a chance of being shot down. So
Can he see in the dark?
He cannot.
it is dark.
Hmm.
We
So
will be entering at night.
might not be able to use him.
Well, no, I can send him. Like as soon
Oh.
as we walk out, he can fly there.
Would I know
Well,
if
that's true.
clairvoyance will allow us to see? Is it the person that casts the spell that sees?
Yeah, so
Meaning that if they had dark vision, they would then have dark vision. If they don't, they do
they're
not.
using their seeing or hearing abilities,
Okay.
so it allows them to see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't really mean send the raven to find him. I meant to scout the whole perimeter and before we got there.
We can do a double scouting regiment. Lilith can take the potion and scout, and your raven can scout from a verbal or an aerial view to maybe get a head count, more or less. Use Lilith to try and find Ski Rod's location, and use the Raven to try and get a numbers estimate.
Yeah.
If it's dark inside, will I be able to see?
Well, since we have to be closer, and I plan on casting dark vision on you, should be yes.
Okay.
Not that I think it's going to be helpful, but everyone else seems to, sing its praises.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem with it, but could you cast it on the Raven? I imagine so. It's a creature. I just want to make sure that we're getting the best eyes forward that we can. So at least on Lilith and at least possibly on the Raven.
I can, but it will be sacrificing my ability to heal in the moment.
Mm.
So if that's the route, I would like more health potions to be taken from me.
I mean, if not, we could send him ahead, like, before it gets dark. I don't know what time it's supposed to be in the day.
Okay. Well, you two just arrived. Do we need to order meals for you as well? I mean, you've been here for a bit. We probably got some for you, and we're just sitting and discussing while you're eating. Okay. This seems like the first leg of our assault. As soon as we're ready to head out, we can head out of town. Unless anyone has anything else to take care of here. Is there any shops that we need to establish? I think we have a plethora of healing potions.
I have a few on me now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys finish up your meal, and I will go for a little bit of a walk. I'll probably pay 2 more gold. Take care of their meal.
All right.
Thank you, Damien.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Do you like company?
Sure, I'm just trying to establish the plan of attack. I think we're gaining as much information as we can. I appreciate your contribution of the potion and your scouting.
Are we not ready to leave then? You need to walk some more?
No, I'm just taking a minute calming before the storm, really. I'm not really leaving. It's more walking around the bar or walking outside and seeing the sun and coming back in.
Let us head out.
I take it back then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys wait for Kovac and Rowan to eat their meals?
Yeah.
And then head out after that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so it is about mid-afternoon, so in between like 2 and 3 p.m. at the moment. I'm not sure why the clock didn't update, because it is actually the 6th. So it's the 6th of Uktar, and about between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. Kelnorn, you know that it's about 7 to 8 hours probably to the general area where you need to go. So at this point, I mean, you guys can begin your travel. You'll probably have to choose if you're going to either rest on the way down there or when you get there. But, so you're going to be kind of hitting your limit for your daily travel when you get close by. But you guys can try to push through the full 8 hours if you choose to.
Okay. I'll, as soon as we step out of the restaurant, I'll use my wild companion ability and summon Trevelyan.
Okay.
Better than the wild shape.
All right.
I'll All right, buddy. I need you to do me a bit of a favor. There's a place, and I'll describe the direction I need him to go, and a general idea of what I know it to look like, even though I've not seen it.
Okay.
And I need you to go there, circle around it a few times, and then come back and tell me what you've seen.
Okay. And what I mean, I guess what are you giving him for a description to go off of?
Well, it's supposed to be like rocky and craggy, right?
The area there is, yeah.
Yeah. And he'll be looking for people as an indicator of he's in the right area.
Okay.
10 minutes?
Anything else? 10 minutes. Yeah. Anything else you want to give him?
I'm sure there is. The player's brain is totally blanking out at the moment.
That's fine. So what you guys were given, go ahead and just give me a wisdom check as you're trying to recall some of the information from your brain.
I mean, the player's failed. Sure.
Sure
has failed.
Okay.
The second.
So you guys so you're speaking to Trevarian in front of everybody then? As you're giving him some okay. So yeah, he gives him the information, saying that he's looking for craggy area, about 8 hours south or so, like of a day's basically your guys' walking speed south. And then he's looking for people as an indicator. So Trevarian will go ahead and fly off with that information.
He'll find me on his way back.
Yep.
So.
All right. Anything else you guys wish to do as you are preparing to leave?
I can't send mine yet. He don't last that long.
As we are leaving,
It's 12 hours.
Yeah, but it's
Rith
7 to 8 hours there.
Yeah.
It'll vanish on the way back.
On foot.
As we leave a little bit of the town, Rith will say maybe we should travel 6 hours and then rest and
attack in the morning?
Attack at dawn, early dawn.
I mean, if we're infiltrating overnight is probably the better option. But if we're attacking and we're trying to get a scout, I mean,
it will still be dark. If we travel 6 hours and then begin rest.
I mean, if you're more strategically inclined to fighting than I am, whenever you think the fortress would be at its most vulnerable.
At early dawn. And we would be refreshed.
I mean, they may have more people like sleeping early morning as opposed to later night.
I mean, I'm not opposed to either. I think infiltration at night sounds a little bit better, but at night might catch Ski Rod a little bit more off guard. But in the morning he's going to be waking, and he could be anywhere in the facility at that point.
It would be close to 6 in the morning when we get there.
Rith, I will definitely default to you. I just want you to be aware of our options.
Let's travel 6 hours and make choice.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go ahead and wrap up there as the group is beginning their trek south, with Treverian leading ahead, attempting to scout the area, give you guys a bird's eye view, and hopefully a little bit of intel as you guys are preparing to rest for the evening before beginning your potential assault. So we'll go ahead and end there. I hope everybody enjoyed this particular episode of the Outlanders here. If you're watching over on the YouTube, do all the things, hit all the buttons, you know the drill. And until next time, our next session, I don't know if it'll actually be on the next Friday.
Should be.
Are you okay? You're still here for
The
that
12th or the 19th?
The 19th.
19th. That's what I thought.
Yeah. So we will see you again on the 19th. And again, thank you for stopping by, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good night. And as always, keep those dice warm. Good night.
Laters.
Yeah.